Greetings to all of humanity. It's really a joy. It's a pleasure. It's always my honor to be greeting you and bringing this message of emancipation to you, whereby I'm pointing you to look no other place but to look inwardly to discover that your real identity is your divinity. Thus, the reason why I want to speak to you today concerning the giants and grasshoppers mentality. Now, there are two kinds of people in this world. Those with the giant mentality and those with the grasshoppers mentality. And you can find the story of which I'm speaking from in the Bible. But in order for you to understand the story in the Bible, there's certain things you must know about the Bible. Now, the first thing I would like to share with you concerning the Bible is that the Bible addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically. For the Bible is not literal, neither is the Bible secular history. For the Bible is written symbolically and it have no reference to anyone who existed thousands of years ago or to any actual event that would have taken place on earth thousands of years ago. From Genesis 1 to Revelation 22, it's all a great psychological drama. It all have to do with the human psyche. Therefore, as long as you understand that, then you will understand the parable of the story I'm going to relate to you, taken from Numbers chapter 13. And in Numbers chapter 13, it tells you of the story whereby Moses sent out the children of Israel to spy out the land of Canaan. Now, the first thing you have to know is that the land of Canaan is your promised land. It's your land of abundance. And it all deals with your subconscious mind. That part of you that is formless. That part of you that is infinite. That part of you that is all-knowing and all-powerful and is present everywhere. And you are to get in touch with your Canaan land. But you must realize that the Garden of Eden represents your mind. And that all these psychological dramas are taking place within the mind of man. So, as it says here, that they were sent out in Numbers chapter 13, and you are that Moses, because Moses means to be born, and Moses also means to be taken out of the water, and your mother water bag had to be burst before you can be born into this world and discover that the body is a slave to the mind, and you have to break out of such slavery by understanding that it is your own thought that is creating your reality, and that you can create your reality consciously, and that you do not have to be a slave in Egypt, which is the ego mind or the fleshly animalistic way of believing and living your life here, where you've been taught to live in a dog-eat-dog world and to be caught up in the rat race. So you have to overcome all of that. Now it goes on to say that they brought back report. And let me say this, that you're always sending out your thoughts. Your thoughts are your disciples. They are what follow you wherever you go. And when it says here that those who were sent out, that they were actually servants of Moses, it is here speaking of your mind, speaking of your thoughts that you would send out. And in Isaiah 55:11 it says that my words would not return unto me void, but will accomplish that which I send it to, and prosper many things whereto I send it. Okay, so you have to understand you're the one who's always sending your thoughts out, and whatsoever you sow, that also shall you reap. And your thoughts, they are vibrational frequencies. And what you send out into the universe will return that same thing back to you. So whatever you put in your subconscious mind, and you impress the subconscious mind with such belief, that is what you would get back also. So here it is teaching you about the mindset that will keep you in a place of fear, and the mindset that will keep you feeling defeated and powerless. And that mindset is where you would see yourself as grasshoppers in your own sight, meaning that you have a concept of yourself that makes you think small of yourself, that make you see yourself helpless, that make you see yourself as insignificant. And instead of you living in a place of prosperity, you find yourself living in a place of lack. Instead of you operating in faith, you find yourself operating in a place of self-doubt and defeat. So when it says in Numbers 13 that there are those who brought reports saying that they saw themselves as grasshoppers in the sight of giants, and the giants saw them the same way, it is teaching you that the way you see yourself, that's the way others would see you also. Now, there are different circumstances in life that we all have to face, but you have to realize that man is not the creatures of circumstances. Circumstances are the creatures of man. And so, when you see your circumstances and you see them as giants, then you will be crushed by those circumstances. But on the other hand, when you see your circumstances as just grasshoppers, as just some little distractions, it is when you would see yourself as a giant. It is when you would see yourself taking possession of what belongs to you. It is when you accept your higher self and you walk in faith, believing in the name of God as I am, and you walking in your I am authority. So as I was saying earlier, there will always be two kinds of people in this world. Those who will speak self-destructive or defeating prophecies in their lives, and those who would speak creative and uplifting things in their life and into the life of others. So here we see that there was Joshua and Caleb, which represent your faith and your identity of self, your belief of self, standing in authority and declaring that we are more than able to take the land. We are more than able to take possession of what belongs to us, because abundance is our birthright. And that's supposed to be our conversation. That's supposed to be our mentality. Therefore, my encouragement to you is to walk in the mentality that you are the Lord and Master of your destiny, and that you can create your reality consciously. It is to walk in the consciousness of knowing that the name of God is I am. From generation to generation, that's your memorial. And that you can never say I am and not referring to yourself. Therefore, you be those who would speak courage, those who would speak upliftment, strength, positivity, when others are crying out, thinking that they will be crushed and seeing themselves as being hopeless and helpless. That is why, my brothers and my sisters, my encouragement to you is to be a giant. We look around and we see we are living in a time of a digital age. And many see Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and all of these people as giants because of their accomplishment. But I'm saying to you that you have that same power. And you can be a giant if you believe in yourself. If you be that Caleb. If you be that Joshua. But you have to activate that Joshua and Caleb mindset. And you can only do that by understanding who you are. And my encouragement to you is to look within, so that you will have the right understanding of who you are and the power that you possess. So, take hold of the land and grab claim to your inheritance, because the only one that can stop you from getting your inheritance is yourself. Therefore, remove all self-doubt and believe in your God self. Believe that the kingdom of God is within you. Believe that you are God in flesh. Believe also that the Bible is your spiritual autobiography that must be interpreted psychologically. So my brothers and my sisters, grab hold of your Canaan land, your land of abundance, your land of good things. Speak good things in your life at all times, and never give up. Never back down. Stay focused. And always remember that you are the creator beholding the creation. You are the perceiver beholding the perception. So, lay claim on your land. Lay claim on your higher self by trusting in these words that you're hearing, knowing that faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word. And how can they hear without a witness? And how can they be a witness unless they've been sent? You, the messenger, must be one with the message. So the messenger and the message are one. Therefore, my brothers and my sisters, my encouragement to you is to take this message seriously and get that giant mindset and work with that giant mindset to achieve all of your goals, because that kind of mindset is very much needed in these times when many will be tried and there are many obstacles and stumbling blocks that you would face, especially in this time of a pandemic, a scamdemic, in this time where they are putting forth many obstacles to keep you from the awakening that is taking place on the earth right now. But I'm saying to you, awake thou that sleepest, and grab hold of your power. So with that being said, my brothers and my sisters, I want to thank you very much, and I want to say to you, if what I'm saying to you is really resonating with you and it's really helping you, if this is the very first time that you're listening to me and you haven't subscribed already, I'm encouraging you to subscribe, to like, to comment, or to share this video. Just before I leave you, I just want to remind you that this message I bring to you, that it is the single eye message of self-realization, of which Matthew 6:22 says that if I be single, your whole body be full of light. My brother and my sisters, because my whole body was filled with light, when that single eye opened in me, when I wake from the dream of life, that is why I'm here bringing this message to you. For when I had that experience, there was a mighty shaking, and then I heard the unearthly wind, and then I ascend like a fiery being and burst my crown chakra and became invisible, became one with the wind. And that is why I always say to you, do not let anyone ever brainwash or deceive you to make you believe that the eye above the pyramid and the US dollar, that it's an evil symbol. No, it is the all-seeing eye of God in you, for you will have an awakened imagination and come to discover that that single eye is the eye of God. And also it is the eye of the mystics, the seers, those who will vibrate beyond humanity and come in to their divinity. Thus the reason why I always put my hand right above my crown chakra and give you the sign of the single eye, saying to you that when you have the experience, that you will experience the rising of the S-U-N in a S-O-N, and that it is the dawning of a new day in your life. For the sun as in the S-U-N parallels the human imagination, and the human imagination parallels the sun. For without the sun there is no life and there is no light. And without the human imagination there isn't anything made that was made. And you're told in Psalms 84:11 that the Lord thy God is a sun and a shield, and no good thing will he withhold from you. And truly the Son has never withhold any good thing from humanity, for the Son is what powers all of humanity and give all of humanity its energy. Also in Malachi chapter 4 and verses 2, you're told that the Son of Righteousness shall arise in you with healing in his wings. And that is why I'm bringing healing to humanity and encouraging each and every one to use your mind power, which is your solar power, your sun power, your God power, which is the creative power. And also that power is the sexual power. Use that power to achieve your every desire and live in your Canaan land. So with that being said, I want to say peace, love you all, I'm out.